How y'all doing out there? This is your man, Nico B. Black Effect, you already know. I gotta get into this. I recently, I keep saying that I'm not gonna put any more videos up. I keep saying that I'm finna move on. As soon as I try to move on, go about my business, it's things like this that pop up. So I'm just finna just accept the fact that the Lord have me here for a reason, just to continue to do videos on this platform and just add it to, even though this doesn't makes me no money doing this, and that's not a problem, but it's like I just have to add this to the workload because my spiritual message is going on another channel. It's going on the awakening. I'm still gonna be doing, and for the brothers and sisters who are trying to do the Lord's will for their life, I need you to head over there. I'm gonna put do a video and put the link in the video. You'll know because you'll see the difference. You'll know, and I'll let you know in the description. But let me get into this. Look, man. Ghetto gaggers. Yes, again, we know it's all types of genres of depraved porn. They got, everything going on, But this ghetto gaggers, all I can ask is black women who make content, why do you not address this? I get that there's other things going on. Those things are being addressed also. You have the real problem at the end of the day is not a black problem. It's not a white problem because the black man and woman are the first of all of the races. Everyone comes from them. The ancient kingdoms of society and Egypt and all that stuff was built by them. Us, right now, the black man from coming from slavery, Jim Crow, a bunch of mental manipulation and mental illness and, and everything else. He's jumped 3 levels. You have black billionaires. You have black men who are millionaires. You have black men who are successful in taking care of their children. So that should be commended for being double tough. Like, again, that's pulling yourself up from your own bootstraps when you were tossed out with no straps at all. You weren't even tossed out with boots. You understand? Meaning from slavery, they didn't give you no skills. That 40 acres and a mule never happened. You understand? But all the stuff that was done to you, and to be at the level for the black man and the black woman to be at the level that they in, I mean, that's commendable. And if you don't see that, if you don't understand that part of history, then you will be looking at things with an askew perspective. It's like, all jokes aside, all the, the ha-ha and kiki and all the insults and everything. Look, I'm not with all that. That's fun and dandy, nigga roast everybody. But when you look at comedians, black comedians, they roast everybody. Like, black men, and they roast themselves, they roast everybody. Like, it's fun to, to get a good roast in. But the thing about, a lot of roasting with me is like when the stuff get too serious and too personal, it's like, it's not even funny anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's sad at this point. Like, when you're just looking at it, because you're just like on the outside looking in again. You can identify yourselves and be stuck in all these concepts of black, white, and all these constructs that were made over here to keep you stuck. But I've transcended that long ago when I was in, a long time ago, and I gave my life to the Lord. Like, He's showing me the truth He showed me the truth in all of this, man. And you could be stuck and really this stuff has been this has been done before us. Like, this has been an argument in what generation since slavery, man. The black man and the black woman because of what's been done to them, due to, like all of the horrible atrocities that I stated during slavery. If you know your history, they've been doing this since they've been released, And the thing is you've had ghetto gaggers since slavery times, meaning that you've had, You during the atrocities of slavery, where they cutting your foot off, they cutting babies out of the womb, they, again, tossing black women out into the alligators, tossing them in, hanging them, treating black men and women like less than human beings. Even in that time, you had black women who literally, they willingly went into master's bed and slept with it and did everything, depraved thing that master needed them to do while he was with his wife. And see, white women know this truth for life. And this care resonates today. White women and black men have been kept apart from each other. Like, they couldn't sleep with each other. You would die. You understand? So it's like that dynamic right now it's all being played out to this day. You go A, B to C. You don't jump from A to G, and it goes like that. It's a cause and effect, But all of this is due to the wickedness of the initial Caucasian race, the Caucasian man. And the woman had, like I said, she just was, didn't have any. She was complicit in the fact that she couldn't do shit. Wasn't nothing she could do. Like, that law would prevent, like, the way that things were. It was a patriarch. Like, you want to talk about like how black men have done things. Like, they want to be. They don't want no extra submission from no woman. Like, all men want submission from they women. That's it. Period. If they dealing with a woman, they want some submission. And that's just not been a luxury that a lot of black men have been afforded. Not saying that some of them have, if the way you carry yourself as a man, you know what I mean? And you just get with the right woman, you can get that. Some black men, they get them outside the race. But hey, my thing is this. Knowing all of this and coming from Jim Crow, and then when you did Black Wall Street, black men and women tried to get their own thing and build and do stuff like that. They blew it up. We know that black men, been inventing things. They didn't get paid for it. And these are coming so these are things that happens to victims. Like, now it's unfortunate that these things have happened. That's very unfortunate. But when that's just like the Holocaust, do we in turn now say that the Jews are just some weak bitches because they because Hitler came and killed them and put their kids in the gas chamber and did all that? Should we now in turn be saying, like, is that the mind? That's because that's the mindset of I heard from a lot of these black women swirling divestors. It's like, y'all are the new Nazis. Y'all acting like the new Nazis, and y'all need to stop that. That's disgusting behavior. Your father's not happy with you. Your mom is not happy. Your great grandmother's not happy with you. You understand? Your ancestors not happy with you. You understand? Like, God chose the black race for him to be his people. So you should take pride in that. That is where your pride lies. And see, a lot of y'all need to return to the Lord. A lot of people, you adopting this westernized society of the heathen society, heathen culture, adopting atheism and stuff like that, knowing that black people been some of the most religious. And you hear these, and see, that's the first thing that these divestors want to do. Because when you don't have to answer to no morality, or anything like that, because, then it's a free for all. You could do what you want because you're not held to no standards. There is no, you want to talk about the church, and how bad, like, that ain't, you saying that hadn't had as much detriment on the black community as all of this stuff that's going there, what we're talking about. Like, the churches now, don't get me wrong, a lot of times they have failed too. But that's all churches. Again, it's all of them. These mega churches aren't just owned by black men. So it's all around the board. It's a failure of the words, a failure of righteous leadership is what it is. But what I'm saying with this ghetto gaggers, this is in your face. Like, you see this. This is like in your face, as you could see it. You ain't gotta, be go do no private eye searching. This is a huge genre where black women are being degraded. Yes, it's a genre in porn. Like you say that I heard you say I heard a black video content creator saying that, oh, it's because they're doing a genre in porn. I'm supposed to talk about the yeah, like that's not just a genre in porn. That's a genre in porn that is like doing some very depraved things to young black women. And this is another the same group of people who this is based off of the atrocities that were done to you that put you in the state that you in right now that you complain about. You are now in turn empowering them to degrade you publicly for everyone to see. You can do porn. You can go pick what porn you do. Like you can do amateur porn, whatever. You got all the things you could do, but this what goes to show me that this, like, it's not a problem, and this is not something that started with our generation. You actually had a mother come into the casting couch of Ghetto Gaggers and of a young woman who couldn't finish the scene because they were so bad. They were treating her like the dude my nigga Red Supreme say, these white boys treat they dogs better than they treat these black women. And these black women come back for more. But this young woman who couldn't finish the scene came, who she came back with? She came back with her mother. Her mother is looking like they all both under the Jezebel spirit horribly. The Jezebel spirit has taken them over to where, and the Jezebel spirit has lied to them and told them that what they doing is empowering. Told her mother what she doing is empowering. The $2,000 was probably because rent was due, to be honest. Because how like black mothers, they really don't give a damn about their daughters. A lot of times, black parents really don't care about their kids. They use them as dollar signs. That's what they do now. That is, by and large, a big thing. It's not every black parent, but that's a huge problem in the black community. Of using your children like dollar signs. Now, anybody who become in poverty like that, that may be a something that occurs in their mind, but that is an extreme, that you do that when and it says this in the Bible, like it's not just for black women or black men or, it's wicked women, period. The Jezebel spirit, wicked women, when poverty comes, they'll start trading their kids for money. They'll do horrible things. When you see this with women every day, like when they harm their children, even when the husband leave, when you just leave it to them being around their children, they harm them. They in horrible ways. Like this not just you shoot them in it, and even that's horrible for your mother to be the one who kills you. And that's a problem for this woman to be there. It's like, where is your integrity? Where is your care? You don't care about your daughter. You're pimping her out. And for no one in the black content creation, in the sphere of black women, no one is addressing that. That is a problem. Okay? It's a problem. Like everything else can be addressed. We can do all that, but if you can't just gloss over this. Like this is not this is not something that's a horrible problem. Like why, first of all, why these young black girls, it's a lot of moving parts to this that we need to examine. Why do these young black girls feel like they want to do this? Knowing the history of your ancestors, knowing your history, period. Is it that you don't know your history? And see, that's the problem. We got to stop trying to create our own history and make up false narratives. Nope. We're not going to let that happen over here. I will not let that happen. That's one thing I won't do, is let people run with lies. Now, is it you have that? Why are you having, just daddy issue? Are you just one of these black women who worship white men? Are you looking for love? And that's the problem with you divestors too. Like, when you promote that, it's not all of these divestors. Now, I'm not trying to demonize all of y'all. Now, some of you who just want to do better, it's still you still really need to examine your mindset, but I don't get none of y'all mindset really, because how can you divest from yourself? You know what I'm saying? That's really, you really want to run to the, to whom you think is the winning team, but wealth is don't have no owners. This shit is exchanging. We helped build this country, just didn't get paid for it. But you know what I'm saying? Again, no one having to like just think the niggas is complaining like, oh, niggas trip. No, this is why these generational wealth matters. This is why. Look at the businesses that are owned. The names of these are names of people. These are last names. But you got black men who had to start from behind again, pulling themselves up on no boots at all, and still making it happen. But they don't want to hear no nagging along the way, and that's it's or not even that. They don't want to have disloyalty. You want to call these. You hear women, these same black women hopping on her calling women who sticking by their men mammies. These women have men that who love them and who will die for them and who protect them. They don't have the same experience that you do. Sorry. That I know that don't fit your narrative, but sorry. I mean, it's just the truth. Like, black men are kings. We will rise. We are the chosen of the Lord. If y'all are queens, you can't be a queen with no king. You know what I'm saying? You don't never see that in the Bible. You don't see that nowhere in the Bible. Like, and that's why, we have this running away from the Lord. Like, was God a misogynist? Is you gonna start hearing when people say that, and that shit ridiculous. How's your creator gonna be a misogynist? He ordained things to go a certain way, laws for me and you to follow. But what I want to see is y'all talking about. I want to see black women call out ghetto gaggers. Like, why are these white men who are exploiting the slave, like these white men, and like, again, I'm not trying to even demonize them, because they telling you what you doing. Like, they telling you they letting you know that they racist pieces of shit. They telling you that you finna come in here and get your ass degraded because that's what that's what you deserve. And they getting off on it too. You know what I'm saying? They getting off on doing you like that. So you may as well just, don't matter how much pain these chicks is in. But again, these women you want to talk about a grown man manipulating a young 18-year-old woman or a 19-year-old woman or something stupid like that. Y'all are, it don't matter. You would just try to demonize a black man for having a preference or trying to want a virgin, what I'm saying, of age and of actual consent. You would try to demonize nigga behind that. Come talking about he manipulating and doing all this stupid stuff. But what do you think these do? You see them doing it right on camera. They grooming them chicks. They doing it right on camera. But it's funny how the age of consent is just totally recognized right then at that point. Now it's just business as usual. But you will try to argue that the point that they aren't mature enough to be married or something like that. I don't see that logic, man. Hypocrisy is not gonna fly. In the land, if you want equality, if women want equality, that's fine. But we can't have hypocrisy. That's not of God. And no one's saying anything about, like, and at the end of the day, all of this equality is false. Because men and women just aren't equal on any level. Now, no man is saying, like, again, you see what rights are doing. You have the right to go do stuff like this. But my point is to the sisters, is like, what benefit is this to you? Like, to your image, you like that you will go do something like this, that you'll run to in 2021, when you say that you can be educated, you can do anything that you want to do. Why are you running to your oppressor and doing this to yourself, allowing him to do this to you for sexual gain and monetary gain? I'm asking. Like, I literally want to know, how is this helping you? Why are you not boycotting or saying anything, speaking against that in any way? Like, if you were to voice something, maybe that could change the mindset and the narrative, let these women know that it's wrong, or are you with it? I mean, because like I said, ghetto gaggers have been done behind the scenes since slavery was started. Since those slaves came over here, and ghetto gaggers began. Now you had, and again, you had when you have quit deflecting. I don't want to. I'm seriously just don't want any deflections. I just want to know that. Now you can continue with the black male bashing afterwards, or and all of that other stuff. But right now, we can't allow hypocrisy and foolishness to stand. We need to know who's just the crazy kooks. You know what I'm saying? Who don't want no solutions, and who, or and other nefarious individuals. We need to just group them and get them over there, because we God-fearing men over here, God-fearing men and women, God-fearing men and women who want to see the best for God's chosen people. You understand? We want to get back to being the type of people that we were. I've seen the type of people my grandparents were. You understand? It ain't lie, nigga. It ain't all bad. And that's in every race. Like, you have good and bad people. So I just want to see this addressed with no deflections, because we not rewriting history and trying to deflect that way, because it's not going to work in your favor. It don't work in the divestors' favor. Anybody you could be an alien on the outside looking in and see the history and the things done to the black people and the black race, and by a certain other group, by other groups of people, period. And then you look at what these women are doing now. You even those aliens would be shaking their head and be like, what kind of disloyal group of people is this? What type of Stockholm syndrome people is this? You have women that go back to their same captive and abuser, who look like him at least. It's not that guy, but he finna do it right now. He finna abuse you right now. He finna act out his sexual slave fantasies right now and promote it to other people. Now, that brings me and promote it to other white men and other races of men. Now, which brings me to this. Black men are the most consumers of that. That's alarming to me also. You understand? But I get the fact that it's a lot. Now we're gonna continue to look at the numbers, because I get the fact that there's dudes who just want, black guys who want to see it, like who just want to see what's going on, and again, they want to see if it's their mama, they want to see if it's their sister, they want to see, if it's the chick that they've trying to holler at down the street, and they just want to see what's going on. Now, for those black men who just watching that and getting off on that, I'm not with you, bro. I don't know, and we need to find out who you are too, really, because we shouldn't be supporting porn as real men, and who actually pays for porn sites. Like, why would you pay? But it don't make no sense. But we need to find out who that is too. But you don't hear these black women up in arms saying they need to find out who the white dudes is who watching this. Y'all talking about divesting. See, this go to show you that you don't even really have no sense in what you're talking about. You talking about divesting, but you don't want to, see what type of men that you divest into. Again, I did the video when interracial dating goes wrong. You don't know this group of men like who the niggas who you think you can insult, and the niggas who you think you can talk about. You think that, because every group of people kill their own. They're like white men. Domestic violence is high against white men and women because that's who they marry. That's who they around. You know what I'm saying? The murders is highest against whites on whites. That's because that's who they around. You know what I'm saying? Low and unbeknownst to y'all, whites, they murdering blacks more than they killing each other. Everybody, again, the devil ain't looking at the white people, then looking at black folks, then looking at Hispanics like, I'm gonna jump in you. Nah, he just look at the difference and weaknesses. Everybody have different weaknesses. But again, and we know since the beginning of time, that Eve has had a susceptibility, the woman has had a susceptibility to going off and being entertained by Satan. Leaving her man, the first black people, the people on earth, Adam and Eve, she left and entertained Satan. You understand? You can't, that's just it. The Lord already told you how this dynamic works. It's not rocket science. But what I'm saying is this, man. The credibility of it don't matter what video that a black woman make after this. You know, shout out to the ones who, not the, and I'm not talking about the sisters who always kick the flavor. Like, shout out to you know who you are, man. Y'all females know who you are. I'm subscribed to your channel. The brothers always have love for y'all. But to the ones who just make this bashing, try to make these comments like the black man is just this degenerate, and try to make it seem like the white man is so much greater, that I worship everything he do, and that he can't do no wrong. And again, the black man is the one who always looking to degrade us. He don't have no love for, to all of y'all saying that. This has to be addressed, because it's been brought up like it's nothing you can't duck around. See, you had a woman mother take her up, young girl mother take her up there and stay while she got cum splattered on her face. This is not a good look. I don't know where you, like, what is your image? You want to call these mammies, and y'all are being mammy. Those are the mammies and bed wenches. Mammies and bed wenches are those type of women. Those two women were in the same vicinity at the same. You had a mammy and you had a bed wench. A mammy and her mother, who's the mammy who sit there and do everything master say, even though every depraved thing that every depraved idea that master have to do to his people, the mammy will okay it and act it out and make sure and plan it and make sure that it worked. And that's just exciting. And the bed wench will go sleep with him at night through all of after he just finished whooping the skin off of your black kids. This is the mindset. And this goes to show you have no spiritual connection to your ancestors, nothing. Just be honest. You don't care. Like, just say you don't care. Do a video, say you don't care. And this has already been done, saying that a content creator said, I don't care about Ghetto Gaggers. So then why should we care about, the black woman's image at all as black men? Like, we don't give a damn. If that's the case, like, that's what we should, like, if that was by and large said by black women, and they was just to be like, just traitorous like that, it'd be black men, we shouldn't give a damn. We'd be like, we don't care what happened, when it happened, where it happened. We finna go over here and get these women, trade with the white women or something. It would be a fair trade. Like, that's just what it'll be. Like, black men would just leave and just go do their own thing at the end of the day. But the women that are called, it's funny, it's crazy, the women that are called mammies today are the women who are actually the last of the good, the real black women. Like, those are the women, the real black women of the community. The rest is, unfortunately, it's some, women who got some very, very strong mental illness and strong spiritual demons that's attached to them due to these things, the traumas they've been through. And again, these things happen, and it's some, all I'm saying is, and I'm not in that, I'm not getting in them with all that, bickering and bullshit. Like, again, like, real men don't even deal with that, don't even listen to that. They too busy handling their business. I can't listen to stuff that I don't relate to. You feel me? Like, I don't relate to none of that nonsense. But there is true, like, black men need to there are some black men that need to get it together, and get their life right with Christ, and then all of that, everything in their life will improve. If they return to the Most High, they everything in your life will improve, black man. Quit chasing the booty all the time. Once you build yourself up, don't be listening to these women. No, just get your own thing together and get yourself right with Christ. Ain't nobody, because I don't blame no woman not for wanting to listen to no dude and follow no dude into oblivion, follow a dude into hell. Like, who wants to do that? But you give it to a God-fearing man, he'll, purify you and get you on point. Y'all both will be on point. He'll be leading you to the promised land. That's where you need the woman and the black man, and all men and women from Adam and Eve, those two black people doing what they did, have been, on a crash course to oblivion, to hell, to Satan. Like, it's been on a decline since then. We've gotten away from everything that's, been spiritual of God. You need to get you a man who can bring you back to the promised land, who will stick with you through all these things. Relationships are beneficial. They beneficial all across the board. That's why the Lord is ordained. It's one of the last good things on the earth. But that connection. But we squandered that, and we try to waste time and getting away from that. Like time, like they said in the Blackstreet song, man, it was Baby Be Mine was the Blackstreet song. The lyrics was My Nigga House. Said life is too short to spend it all alone. We should get together, make a happy home. You understand? Like those lyrics were just born. They don't have lyrics like that no more. Like it's like life is too short to be running around here talking crazy, talking about going through all this hurting and foolishness, you know what I'm saying? And by not being introspective, man. The Lord wants us to live our best life. Now that come with, that might come with you having to have some discipline on your meat, man. That might come with you having to have some discipline on your coochie. That might come with that. It might come with some sacrifice to where you have to, endure going through some things to get that person, You might have to endure, and I'm not talking about no foolishness, but I'm saying you might have to put your best foot forward to get the person. As a man, you might have to go out there and wait and put yourself out there to show the woman that you got, that you care for. You understand? To show it. And for a woman, you may have to stick it out with the man. Especially as a black woman, you may have to find you a man, who's building and who hasn't built it all yet due to the circumstances of life, period. I mean, you only have 10% of men, who making a 6-figure salary, a certain amount of money. So it's like, these are people, you don't have, and that's why a lot of other Hispanics and white women they win more so than black women. It's the attitude, man. That's it. Like when you have a black dude to leave and he been struggling and growing up around black women his whole life. He not no wigger. I mean, no Oreo, what I'm saying, as some people want to say, or he don't act white or identify with white. The reason why he leave and go get another race of woman when he gets successful is because of the attitudes that he dealt with. You have to, as a black woman, stick around with the man sometimes, and I'm not talking about no drug dealer or no wicked man. Because he gonna do what he just gonna constantly look for the upgrade. And that's just like any wicked woman. She just gonna leave a person who helped her and just go look for as long as the upgrade is there. That's all she worried about. But what I'm saying is with that being said, where we're at right now is this ghetto gagger stuff have to be addressed. The mindset has to be addressed. Is that what divestment is? Do y'all condone that as divestors? For those who do say that it's okay for young black 18-year-old girls to get into porn and do everything with all races, all ages of men, as long as they're not black. Well, you cannot in turn, how can you justify trying to shame them for being wives to older men? How do you justify that? You not try up in arms about them getting penis shoved down their throat till they throwing up on themselves and slapped around while being called a nappy headed nigga bitch. Well, you're not mad at that from a 50-year-old white man, from a 35-year-old white man. You're not mad about that. How can you justify being outraged against them being wives? We have to, you got to explain that. You can't be no glossing over and deflecting. Otherwise, people who listen to y'all yourself, y'all really just seeming like lunatics. If it's not addressed, and I have to hear some, I just want to hear some type of justification. Again, we know y'all don't care about nothing. We know, it's at the end of the day, we know a lot of the agenda is just, you hate black men. We get that. You've been hurt by so many of them, or you weren't the one, who those high value black men, I'm using air quotes, as you say, chose in the black community. Those high value D boys, or, what I'm saying, whoever you wanted. And I know it's hurt there. But look, we can't, we can't take this out on the other generation and allow them to be deprived, see that mindset, and then go sign themselves up to get degraded for $2,000, or don't get the $2,000. Some of them didn't make it through, the scene, and the white dude still got off. They still got their nuts and everything else, but the chick didn't make it, and they just got up out of there. You ain't getting paid. So look, man, which one is it? Like, do we care about, young black women? And then that brings me to this. When it's brought up, another deflection is mentioning gay black men on thug hunters. Now, of course, I've never seen that, but I get from the description what they're talking about and what it is. That's on y'all also. Y'all raised these effeminate gay black men. Why are they running around to their slave master who was already buck breaking them, and then getting buck broke again for $20? That shit is disgusting. It's like, why? But why would you go do that? Like, that's an effeminized black man mindset. You need to go huddle up with the girls and figure out why they doing that also. Okay? So it ain't no deflection. We just need some reflection. I need to see, a straight answer behind this. I ain't mentioning no names, but we know what's going on. Like, we need some answers, man. Because otherwise, any of you dudes who following behind these women, it's like you playing the fool, my G. Like, you just wasting your time, man. You may well, like, it's other things you can do with your time. Like I said in the video, wasting time, and but these niggas is getting money from it. It's always about money and financial gain at the end of the day. The other black people will sell other black people out for financial gain. You understand? And that's what's happening. The new Nazis. I'm gonna just leave this up, and I just would like to see any type of reaction and actual justification, actual intellectual answer as to why there's no outrage about this amongst you black women. All right. So with that being said, it's your man Nico B. Black Effect. I'm gone.